Hi, Nick Legault, massage therapist with Easy Massage Biz, your source for everything related to the business of massage therapy. In today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the most powerful tools that you have in your toolkit in terms of getting more bookings. And it's powerful because number one, it doesn't cost anything. And number two, it uses resources that you already have available. So it really doesn't take very much time or energy. Now, the tool that I'm talking about is just simple recall reminders. And specifically, we're going to be looking at recall emails and how to set them up and get them sent out. So, we're going to be going over why you want to be using this as a tool. And then I'm going to be going over specifically how to get this set up. So, I'm going to go through step by step how to actually figure out who to send these emails to and then how. Now, when my wife and I opened our first clinic many years ago, we needed to hire on a lot of RMTs. And so we were constantly bringing people on and onto the team. And one of the groups that we really like to bring on were massage therapists who are in town and who already had an established client base. Now, obviously, there's a few advantages to that group of people. Number one, they have an established client base, so they're bringing those people with them. And number two, they have experience, so you're not dealing with some of the hiccups that you get with new massage therapists. But what we realized very quickly was those clients that they were bringing with them, oftentimes it wasn't just enough for them to be busy. They were bringing enough clients so that we could fill up multiple massage therapist schedules with them. And in fact, there was once really early on when we had started our clinic where we brought on one massage therapist who came from another place in town, and she came because she did not like where she was at and she wasn't nearly as busy as what she thought she should be. And so she moved over. And when we got her list of clients, I realized very quickly that she had more than enough clients for herself and two other massage therapists to be busy. And conveniently enough, we were bringing on two other massage therapists at the time. And we filled up all three of their schedules by contacting these clients that this massage therapist had that for her seemed to not be quite enough. So she's coming, it's not enough for her, and all of a sudden, in our system, it was enough for three schedules. That's the power of these recall reminders, and that's the power of the emails that we're going to be going over in just a second. Now, one of the reasons that these emails are so successful and so effective is because they're targeting people who have already come in to see you before. And those folks who have already come in to see you are up to 10 times more likely to actually come back in for another visit. Not only that, but you're able to contact these people without paying anything. Just takes a little bit of your time. And nowadays, it takes significantly less time than what it did in the past. When we first opened our clinic, we had to actually manually call people up. And it wasn't always the easiest to find the clients to call. We didn't have the reports that are available now. Nowadays, this is a tool that the average RMT can do during their lunch break. You can probably send out a half a dozen of these just sitting at lunch. So this is not only a very powerful tool, but also a very, very convenient tool. And in fact, a few months back, it was cold season here. I needed some clients. I had, I think, 4 different clients that canceled one week. Monday morning you get in and, "Oh, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick." Okay, well, what are you going to do? And first thing I did was just pull up my recall list and just click, 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 send out a bunch of recall emails or reminder emails. And all of a sudden, I had a number of clients booked up. And I think I booked 3 out of 4 of them within the course of 2 hours. The last one, well, I blocked it off so I could work on things like making videos like this. But it's a very quick and powerful tool that I was able to utilize. And I believe I actually used it even just between clients that day because the Monday was kind of busy. But I still needed to send these out for the rest of the week. So again, super, super powerful. So let's go over how to actually get this set up. I'm going to be using JNAP, which is a software that's readily available in Canada and in BC in particular. It's a very popular app. So if you're using that, awesome. You can follow along directly. If not, take a look at your app. Take a few moments to kind of look around because you may have the same functionality that Jane has. And if you don't, that's okay. You're still going to be able to use the same principles to get the similar impact of these emails by using whatever software you have available. So just stick around to the end of the video if that's your case, and I'll go over how you can adapt this to using it in a different booking software as well. Now, before sending out these recall emails, it's important to note that this is being done primarily for the benefit of our clients. Because you may be sitting on hundreds of clients who are keen to get in or wanting to get in, but have just simply forgot. And that's really who these emails target, is those people who forgot. We're not trying to convince people to get in for appointments. We're just simply reminding them that, hey, if you want an appointment, here's a spot that's available for you. And it tends to be incredibly effective for those people. And for the people who don't want to get booked in, they just ignore it. So rather than spend money and time and energy going out and trying to find new people, we first take care of our clients. Now let's dive into how to do this here. I'm using JNAP, which is a very common program out in BC, but you can follow along on whatever program that you have. Now, if you have a good program, you're going to have a little tab somewhere that says reports. And when you click on that, you should simply be able to scroll through the list of reports to a report that says something like unscheduled patients. And from there, you're just simply going to click on it. Now that brings us to this list of unscheduled patients, all categorized by their last visit and what the state of their last visit is. So whether or not they arrived or canceled. And from there, we can choose who we're going to target with these rebooking emails. There are many different options for how you want to choose how to target, and it's really going to depend on different areas. So in general, the key thing is just to try to be a little bit systematic. So if you want to start sending it to anyone who hasn't been in a month or more, that's a great starting point, and then you can just go back from there and slowly get to the point when you're 3, 4, 5, 6 months out, and you can actually just keep on going, right? So you could theoretically, if you had a whole bunch of spots, you could just send out to everybody. You want to anticipate that there's about 1 in 10 people are going to be responding. So it's not a bad idea to send out a batch one day, see how many you get, and then send out another batch the next day, if you have a lot of spots that actually need to be filled. So once you have this list of clients, all you're going to do is click on the client. And when you click on the client, so when you click here, you would come up with this and it would say their name and their email address. From there, you can also click view profile if you want to check who you're sending this reminder to and you don't happen to remember. And then all you're going to do is click add return visit reminder, choose when you're going to send it, and then you are going to send. Now, it's important to note that you don't want to send this in the middle of the night. So if you happen to be doing this admin at 2 in the morning, it's a good idea to schedule it. I prefer to do this during the day in between clients when I've got a break. That way the email gets sent at a reasonable time and I don't have to worry about scheduling things and checking, did that go, did it not go, or anything like that. From there, click send now, email sent. And you can see here it lists when I've sent out these reminders. So it doesn't actually matter all that much what your system for sending out reminders is. What matters is that you are sending them out. So here's what the email looks like. It's going to be coming from your clinic name, and it's going to be addressed to you. So I put example as the name, but that would be their first name. So hello, Joe. And then when you click on it, you can see that this was sent out from an automatic system, which makes it look a little bit more sleek and a little bit less needy than if it was you yourself sending this out. Now, if you don't have this feature to automatically send out emails, that's perfectly fine. All you're going to do is you're going to find these clients, whether you pull a report or whether you have to go through manually, and then you're simply going to send them an email just like this with a link. And to make it even easier, I've got a template that you can download from our website, so you can just click the link below to access that. So now you know what reminders are, why you should do them, and how to do them. The final question is when. These email reminders should be sent out anytime that you need clients. You don't have to be systematic about it. If you have a break, you could literally just click and send 10 at a time. In general, I find that they're most successful when you're booking a week or two out. So if I had a booking available this Friday, for example, I might not send an email asking someone to book. So if you're watching this midday and you have some appointments to book, now's a great time to try this out.